I want you to think about the last deal you closed. What did you make? $5,000, $8,000, maybe $10,000? Now, what if I told you that the same deal structured the right way should have put $40,000, $60,000, maybe even $80,000 in your pocket instead? That's not an exaggeration. That's math. And in this video, I'm going to show you the exact formula that every serious wholesaler needs to know so that from this point forward, you never leave that kind of money on the table ever again. Now look, most people hearing this are gonna think the problem is their market. They're gonna say, John, I just don't have enough deals coming in, or my area is just too competitive, or I'm not getting motivated sellers. And I get it. I hear that every single week. But here's the thing, that's not the problem. I've seen people close massive deals in small towns nobody's ever heard of. I've seen people struggle in some of the hottest markets in the country. So it's not the market. Then they think it's the list. I need a better list. So they go buy some overpriced prop stream data. They start chasing absentee owners. They spread themselves so thin across 4 different lists, multiple counties, and wonder why nothing's converting. Still not the problem. Some people think it's marketing. I need to spend more on mailers. I need to hire more cold callers. I need AI dialers. And they just keep adding more noise on top of a broken foundation. None of that is it. The real problem, and I mean the actual reason most wholesalers are stuck making $5,000 and $10,000 checks, is that nobody ever told them what they should actually be making. They inherited a standard from people teaching a completely different game. And they've been playing by those rules ever since without ever questioning them. That stops today because I'm about to show you a formula that's really simple to use, and once you see it, you're gonna look back at every deal you've ever done completely different. All right, so here's the formula, and I want you to actually do this right now while you're watching. Pull up Google, type in the median home price for your county, not your city, not your zip code, your county. That number comes up, that's your baseline. Now take that number and multiply it by 10%. That's your minimum wholesale fee. That's it. That's the formula. So if your county median is $300,000, your minimum is $30,000 per deal. Not $10,000, not $15,000, $30,000 minimum. If your median is $500,000, you shouldn't be touching a deal that pays you less than $50,000. Period. And if you're sitting in a market where the median is pushing $800,000, $900,000, $1 million, your minimum wholesale fee should be $80,000 to $100,000 plus per deal on the low end. Now, I know what's happening, right? Some of you are like, John, that's insane. Nobody makes that per deal. And that right there, that thought in your head is exactly the problem. That's the programming talking. That's every guru you've ever watched telling you to grind out $10,000 deals, stack volume, close 10 or 15 a month, and call it a business. You're still in the matrix. Let me tell you something. That's not a business. That's a job. A stressful, exhausting, inconsistent job where you're working yourself to death just to post a deal on Instagram and Facebook that didn't even change your life. You know what blows my mind is that I talk to wholesalers all the time who are working a $400,000, $500,000 home, and they're walking away with $7,000. $7,000 on a $500,000 home? That's not a win. That's you not understanding what you had in front of you. Here's why this math works and why it's not just a number I pulled out of nowhere. In a higher price market, there is more equity. More equity means more room to negotiate a real deal. More motivation in the seller means more flexibility in the numbers. And when you actually know how to connect with that seller and solve their problem, and I mean really solve it, not just throw a lowball offer at them, the deal almost structures itself. The 10% rule isn't a ceiling, it's a floor, the minimum. My student Kyle, he's in a market where the median is around $270. His deals don't close at $27,000. That's his floor. His average deals is around $30,000. And when he closes a $20,000 deal, we start looking at what went wrong. Meanwhile, there are people in his same exact market, same city, same sellers celebrating a $3,000 assignment. Same market, completely different results. The only difference is the standard they set for themselves going in. So the question you need to ask yourself right now is, what standard have you been operating with? Because if nobody ever gave you this formula, you've been leaving money on the table on every single deal you've ever done. Not because you're not working hard enough, not because your market is bad, but because you didn't know what you were actually sitting on. If this is starting to click, hit that like button and subscribe right now. The formula is simple, but there's a reason most people hear this and still walk into the next deal and leave money on the table. I'm going to show you exactly why. So now you have the formula. You know what you should be making. But here's where most people get stuck. They take the formula, they go into their next deal, and they try to force a bigger number out of a situation that wasn't set up for it. And then they come back to me and say, John, it doesn't work. Sellers won't accept it. And I already know what happened. They were still operating like a transactional wholesaler, trying to get the higher fee, and that's not how this works. Here's what I mean. The wholesalers making $5,000, $10,000 deals, you know what they're doing on that seller call? They're looking for the fastest yes they can get. They want to get in, get the contract signed, and get out. They're not trying to understand the seller's actual situation. They're not asking the right questions. They're just trying to close, and sellers feel that. They feel when someone is trying to extract something from them, so they resist. They push back on the price. They go with another investor, and you end up competing on price against every other wholesaler doing the same thing, which is exactly why the fee stays small. The wholesalers making $50,000, $80,000, or $100,000 on a deal are doing something completely different on that same call. They're not rushing to close. They're trying to understand, what is this seller's real problem? Is it time? Is it money? Is it an estate situation? Is it a property they can't afford to fix? Is it emotional weight they've been carrying for years? Because when you find the real problem and you actually solve it, and I mean really solve it, not just throw a number at them, the seller doesn't shop your offer around. They don't call 3 other investors. They work with you because you're the only one who actually understood what they needed. That's the difference between a $10,000 deal and an $80,000 deal. It's not the market. It's not the list. It's not luck. It's whether you show up as someone trying to extract a quick win or someone genuinely trying to solve a problem. Now, I know the next 2 questions you're probably asking right now. How do I actually run that seller call the right way without sounding scripted? And how do I find sellers who have the biggest problems in the first place so my fees are higher from the jump? I've made entire videos breaking both of those down in detail. I'll link them right here so you can go watch those next. I'm not going to rush through it here because that's a whole conversation on its own and it deserves its own time. What I want you to take from this right now is that the fee problem starts with how you show up on the call. Ask more questions, slow down, find the real problem, solve it at a level no one else is willing to. That's where the big fees live. Not in a better script, not in a better list, but rather in a better conversation. And I know this works because I lived the exact opposite of it for years and it almost broke me. Let me tell you what that actually looked like. Now you might be wondering, okay, John, who are you and why should I be listening to you over the thousands of other people talking about wholesaling on YouTube? Fair question. I don't close 50 deals a month. I don't have a massive team. I don't run ads across the country or have AI dialers blasting thousands of numbers a day, spamming everyone and their mother. I spend less than $500 a month on marketing. Last year, I closed 11 deals and made roughly 1.6 million in profit. The year before that, we did 16 deals and over 2 million in profit. That's the model I teach. Fewer deals, bigger fees, less chaos. And I figured this out the hard way because look, and I'm going to be real with you for a second because I think it's important. I almost quit real estate. Not once, not twice, like every other month, I was ready to walk away from the whole thing. Me and my business partner had built what looked like a real operation, at least from the outside. We had a team of like 12 VAs, cold callers, SMS blasters, and acquisition. We had an office. We were doing flips, rentals, Airbnbs, wholesale deals, new construction, all of it. We looked busy. We looked like we were building something huge. Our overhead was over $40,000 a month. And most months we were scrambling just to make $40,000 a month in revenue to break even, just to cover what it cost us to keep the lights on. There was no profit. There was no breathing room. There was just this constant pressure every single month to generate enough just to survive. And I had a newborn at the time. I remember being so stressed out. I was getting physically sick. Like my body was telling me what my mind didn't want to accept, that what we were doing wasn't working. And the worst part, we were doing everything we were told to do. We were chasing the volume. We had the team. We were closing the deals. We were following the blueprint the industry gave us. $5,000 deals, $8,000 deals, $10,000 deals. That was normal, right? That's what everybody said. That's what the standard was. Stack enough of those and you've got yourself a business. Except we didn't have a business. We had a machine that ate up $40,000 a month and barely spit anything back out. Then we met someone and this person was doing something different. They weren't closing more deals than us. They weren't working harder than us, but they were making real money, consistent money, life-changing money. And when I really paid attention to what they were doing, I realized it was the exact same work, same calls, same sellers, same process. The only difference was they were solving bigger problems for those sellers and commanding bigger fees. That was it. That was the whole secret. No one had told us this. Everything changed after that. We didn't scale up, we scaled down. Cut our whole team down to 2 people. Less overhead, less noise, more focus on the right deals at the right numbers. And that's when we started crossing $1 million a year with less deals than ever before and without big flips. No $40,000 monthly overhead, no team of 12 people to manage, no stress eating me alive, just the right system, the right standard, and the right deals. So when I tell you $5,000 and $10,000 deals are keeping you broke, I'm not saying that from some textbook. I lived on the wrong side of that lesson for years. I was the guy grinding it out, wondering why nothing was changing. And the moment I stopped accepting that standard, everything changed. And I want that for you, not because it sounds good, but because I know exactly what it feels like to be on the other side of it, grinding every month, working yourself into the ground, wondering why the checks aren't changing your life. The formula isn't complicated. The shift isn't complicated. You just needed someone to show you what you were actually sitting on. Now you know. So here's what I want you to do right now. Go pull your county's median price, multiply it by 10%, write that number down. That's your new minimum. Don't take a deal below it. And if you want to go deeper on how to actually run those seller calls the right way and how to find the sellers with the biggest problems so your fees are higher from the start, I made entire videos breaking both of those down. The links are below in the description. Go watch those after this one. And if you want to know exactly where your wholesaling business stands right now and what's holding you back from closing at that number consistently, go take the free quiz at pwmquiz.com. It takes 3 minutes and it'll show you more about your business than most paid programs ever will. That link is in the description too. Go do that and I'll see you on the next one.